Guys, there's already like, how many flies? Wait, there's a big glare. Okay, so I was trying to start this video earlier, but it starts with shit. Sorry about that. Happy Flag Day, contributor to the delinquency we have now on the grass that is dying. Amazing. Okay, so I'm here, Kelly Karen. Happy Flag Day from Banana Republic of the United States. Got my lumps on my head there, you can see. Got my eyebrows on too. Took me a long time because I'm out of practice. I hope you guys appreciate my eyebrows. But I can't leave this catastrophe on the sidewalk, so excuse me while I do my civic duty. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I don't see anyone out in the chat. It's minute 23, 27. Happy birthday to Donald Trump. I was thinking about so many things to tell you guys as I was coming out here, and here I gotta deal with shit because I'm in a karmic loop due to generational curses. And that's how I'm relating to this guy, the wizard, which is what I wanted to mention about. God, this is so tedious, isn't it? Good girl, you're staying right there. Look at what a good girl she is. Good girl. All right. There's no garbage can back there. Now you stay right there. Okay, come on. So we gotta go take a detour since we got a deposit to make. I always see the people walking down. Look at the apartment still empty because of the fire. This apartment's still empty because, well, maybe what it has to do with all this stuff I want to talk about. The Republic, the Banana Republic of the United States of America, or States of America. Banana Republic, not the United Republic. Stay right there. Which is why 4029, you can't really tell, is still getting their mail on the door, even though that apartment is empty. See? And which is, okay, come on. Let me get your leash now. You got it all tangled up. You're a good girl, though. Hola. I don't know. I was pushing something when I had the phone down. You guys are still there? All right, so United States of America. There's no country. That's what I wanted to say about that. You know, I seem to be having proof of that right here in this complex because, you know, if this is the public housing and, you know, let's see. What is it? I don't know. I knew I would catch one. They fly over all day, probably all night too. That looks like some sort of military transport to me. I'm glad I got to see it while I was out here, being able to hear what it sounded like, because they fly over here all the time. And so, United States of America, like there's no country, okay? So then like no country. And so like I'm saying the ownership of this place, it's like no one owns this apartment complex here. See this lady? I'm gonna film her. I'm gonna film her filming me. She has to have a camera on because she's right here on the corner, one apartment with no one next door. She probably got broken into many times. But I wanted to say that's the bee house over there, across from where Mozzie. See this house I'm next to right now? I'm next to their backyard. And that's where Mozzie's grandma lived. Right across from what's still here, and that's the bee house where they have the bees, the healing bees with their frequency and their honey. That is a preservative. Did you guys know that honey is a preservative? It's probably about 7,000 other things. We just don't know because Cabal didn't want us to know, but that's the bee house right there. Santa Cruz Way. They got their bee hive is in the mud room that's closed and closed. They enclosed their mud room on the back of this house right here, which is a typical house from this neighborhood. And the bees are there. Look, I don't want to get too close because bees sting you. There they are. See, when it was cold, they all like hibernate and you don't see them out. I wonder if those guys are all waiting to get in because there's a like freeway in the backup and they're all waiting their turn to get inside. Or maybe they're supposed to be on the outside, just enough of them to fan their wings to make it the perfect temperature inside. I don't know, it looks to me like they're taking turns going in. Let's see. No? It's interesting enough, no? The ones on the outside are just crawling around and flapping their wings, maybe cooling the wood. And you see the ones that are hovering are the ones going in while they're waiting for ones to come out. There's one coming in, going out at the little tiny hole there. Let's see. It's right where that cord goes in. Let me see. I wish I had one of those poles that make a camera steady. Because trust me, I'm not steady these days. Okay, so Banana Republic, United States of America. Other air conditioner came on. Interesting, huh? The bee house, the hive. You see the puppy, Venus? You see the puppy? He's going for a walk with his mom. Oh, that looks like a girl too. She's a girl She's a girlie. That's a girl. You see the puppy? She loves other dogs. You see them? Come on. See, that looked like a man-woman. It's a man-woman. They're all over here. Now, what I don't know is if she's the one that lives on the corner that I saw riding up. Come on. Riding up on her bike right across from the store. Because, that lady, I don't know. Anyway, back to Banana Republic. Banana Republic on Flag Day, June 14th, 2023. What does that add up to? June 14th, 10/11. Adds up to 18, so it's 17 plus 1. See, some people have nice flowers and stuff planted in their yards, and some of them don't have anything. But this lady, she drove up down there by that truck. She drove up on her bike, and I don't know if she had a basket, some kind of basket. I think she had a basket on her bike, and she opened up the gate remotely and went in like that was her car. And anyway, the reason she had that basket thing is because she carried around some music playing box. Oh, stop and smell the roses. Come on, it's Flag Day. We can fucking smell the fucking rose if we want to. Oh, that rose doesn't really have any smell. Maybe because it's so beautiful in color. That's what my boss told me at one of my first jobs I had at the Northern Virginia Community College. He was an ex-military guy, and he grew roses. Can't remember his name. Anyway. So, because here's the thing. I said it was a cog. There's a Derek Johnson. He calls Biden. He calls it whatever, we know it's not a real person, right? He calls it cog. He calls it the cog in his, that's in his not his dereliction, in the way he talks, whatever that is, in his dictation. And that cog is a word that means, like the cog in a wheel, and the wheels are flywheels that connect to other wheels, and they all have the same size of a cog next to it, and the next wheel and the next wheel. Anyway, has to do with machinery and making stuff happen, and how shit does happen in the physical, the normal physical world. There's a dime. I just wanted to pick it up. Woo-hoo. It's a real dime. So the cog stands for continuity of government, in which even a deep researcher like Daniel List, the dark journalist of whom I run the fan page for on Telegram, won't admit that we're in the continuity of government. And in my post on Telegram, it says it's so secret you can't even talk about it. Just like George W. when he was doing the interview, George W. and John Kerry said, "It's so secret they can't talk about it." Well, the continuity of government is, it's so secret you can't talk about it. And so nobody really knows, isn't that a nice little porch? Stay right here, hey. Where are you going? Venus getting all excited and shit. Anyway, so it must be so much going on. I can't attract one audience member on here. And I want to go into the store to make my purchase. But I'm saying that they've, when the Trump's team did the bankruptcy down there in Florida, whichever district that was, and It took me a long time to think of a friggin' word. Down there in whatever district that was in Florida where he filed that bankruptcy, and we've all who've been paying attention have seen the bankruptcy notice. People don't understand, like, what does that mean? They need to rely upon those of us who have lived amongst the web of deceit. In fact, we're born into the web of deceit, to have a unique perspective and be able to explain what these things mean. It's all like hocus pocus. I'm like the wizard, right? Like, love you very nicely. Okay. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. So, like, I was texting, back with my friend Lydia. Lydia, I love you so much. I feel for you. They were like two peas in a pod, but anyway. West Coast Wizard. Like, when he was, then I'm going to end this video, but when he was like, whoever he is, Kennedy. Like Breeze Kennedy. Like, Breeze Kennedy. Maybe the algorithm will push my video. Might push my video if I keep saying that, because don't they want these stars to trend? So watch Breeze Kennedy got his first video out there. Anyway, back to the story. So they tell this Kennedy or Clooney or Lincoln or whoever he is, West Coast Wizard. All right. He was young when they did that too. Like, okay, well, you're young, or maybe we're gonna, Joe Kennedy had his stake in Hollywood, and he was very influential, and that's in, I think in fact how he made actually his money after the bootlegging. And they told this one, all right, your job, we're going to take you out here with the Amschel Meyer guy, Rothschild, whatever guy did with his sons, and sent them all to set up banks in the different places. And that's why when they did the Crusades, they didn't have to like carry their money around while they're going to fight these battles, whatever they were doing. And that's how they started the whole banking system. They could deposit money here and access it over there, because these bank BANKS were all attached and run by the five brothers. So they told this one, I don't know, I said, I guess his name Patrick, Lydia. I don't know what their names could be. They're probably like as many of these people we know that shouldn't be here because people died. There's probably like times 100. Probably like times 100 of people that we don't even know about. And so they sent this one to Hollywood to be like a double agent or a anointed one, or they told him, here's what we want. What we need you to do is go in there and learn everything about what's going on and who these people are. These people, blah, blah, blah. But your one job is, don't do coke with the Rothschilds. That's your one line you don't cross. You can go along with whatever else, because remember, like Tony Soprano's, told, what was his name? Christopher. You can't be doing coke and stuff like that and be my number 2 guy or whatever he was. Christopher. And so the only reason that we know that there's a West Coast Wizard and that he's counting down, and now he's counting down now, it's like the 12 days until it's the 25th. We're counting down for some reason to the 25th. But he did say that whatever event's going to happen could be like plus or minus days days. Maybe not that day, but one of the days near there is what I heard him saying. And he was actually smoking a doobie. Not like booby that they had on the White House lawn, which was cray-cray. Not like boobies and a black bear swimming with the people in Destin, Florida on the beach. Right? What? There's some water. Are you drooling on me? Are you need some water? She's so hot with her fur coat on. So anyway, that's the reason why we know the West Coast Wizard. Because he did cope with the Rothschilds. And because he said in his last video, like, now I had to stop all that and, get on here and open this channel so you guys could, carry the water for her because she's so hot with her fur coat on. That good? You feel better? Oh, okay. I thought so. Oh my goodness. All right, so since we're making a movie, I'm not gonna put her in, leave her out here by herself. But so his penance or his agreement or his whatever, while he's been out there partying with the Rothschilds all these decades, 50 decades, 5 decades, 50 decades, 50 years, 5 decades, because it's been going on as long as I've been alive, and for sure, and his penance or his contract or his agreement is to get on his channel and help to leak things out, help to drip things out. And that's the only reason why we even know who, this West Coast Wizard. You smell the kitty? You smell the kitty? All right, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay right here. And so that's why we know who the West Coast Wizard is because he failed to not do coke with the Rothschild, whoever, Alex Rothschild, who he said in Hollywood. And that was his only job, is to not do that, and anything else he could do and go along with and take part of and participate in, whatever. So he knows all the stuff, what they've been doing. Because this is how they're going to ferret out the people and let us know, like, it's more than you could even imagine had been happening. Come on. That's yours, little girl? Yeah. So, I'm going to end this 23, 33, 34.